Okay, guys, I've just been triggered into the DAX. I'll flick it on so you can see it in real time. Here we are here, slightly against me at the moment. The premise of the trade is quite simple. It's a buy trade and it's triggered in a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but it's not a bad thing because believe it or not, your entry is not the most important thing on the chart. It's actually the direction. Now, I've worked the direction out already. Now, I do that for these. I always let them know what I'm doing before I do it. So that is there. So they know I'm trading the DAX and they know that the trade is going to be, let me just widen that out a little bit. So they know it's the DAX. They know my +1, -1 scenario is good. The trade is going to be a buy and it's based on the low time frame aligning with the double D. The grade for the target is an A, so I think it's pretty feasible this is going to run. It did say wait, so I had a pending order in, but it triggered it early. It was a little bit too tight, but it still thinks it's a good trade for about 37 pips. Now, because it got in that tad bit early, it meant I didn't quite have 37 pips up to there. So I've got a secondary order here for it to come down, pick that up, and then come back. That'll give me the same amount of money. Now, I'm prepared to let this run down to here. Now, I will bear a bit of heat if it gets that low, but I'm not that really worried about that. But it'll bounce and then come back and get me out of trouble. And I'll stick to my rules of 1, 2, 3 target, 4 get out where I got in, 5 just get out. And that's what the staging does for me. Okay. Now, the principle of this trade is quite simple. Now, what I've also got to figure out is where the key entry exit points are based on the last move. So this is a 15-minute chart. So I was looking to come back in and around this area, which is here. Now, I was hoping it would have pushed down, but it actually bounced and just pinged it in, which is not a big issue. Then got that one there, which we've already got on order. We've got the 50. So as long as it's above that 50 line, I'm happy. Goes below it, I might have a problem. And then we're just going to run it down into these. Okay. Now what these do is they map out the chart for me. They help me see key bounce points, etc., based on a market move. Right. General direction of this market is up. Now if we come to the outer part of the chart into the hourly, you can see it is moving up. So it's pushed up, a little bit of a pullback, and then back again. Well, you capitalize on that pullback to then move up. We've got a key barrier here. Well, that's what I'm targeting because it can bounce off it. I won't really try to go through it. I just want to get up into it and I'll be happy. And that's the premise of this trade. It's a very simple trade, but it also, how do I put this? It's planned in such a way that I can just sit and be peaceful. And that's the beauty of trading. You should always be at peace with your trading. You should never get excited or, oh my God, this is terrible, this is terrible. I mean, it's not terrible. If it goes against you, fine, it goes against you. But as long as you've done your homework, everything should be okay. All right. So let's play it out and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, this is coming up into target. It's done what I want to do. I'm going to look to kill this off now. Right, that's done. Now, why is that? Well, there's a good reason why I do things like that. The main one is I don't want to give the money back. I really don't, because I know this area is kind of a bounce point. So it can come up, bounce off it, and then shoot away. And the spread mightn't take the trade. Now, I also have a rule set, which if I drag this over, kind of just pull this into shot. Can you see it because of my head? Let me move that down and widen that out a bit. My rules is here. When it hits 200 quid or 2 wins, stop for the day. What that means is that's my day target. Now I've well exceeded that. So just make certain I've got my tickets out. I have 313. So I'm actually £113 more than what I'm actually looking for on the day. Now look at the trade itself. All of that money was made just in this small area. Okay, this very small area. Now this is a principle that I take on the cash builder. Now the cash builder, if I just pull that sheet back up, is this. And it's a very simple process. I take 1 trade a day. It's normally, I start looking at 7 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see, they are predominantly done before lunch. And a lot of them before 9 o'clock in the morning. It's gaining on average 1.5% a day. And I'm just looking to edge up the position sizes as I go. The reason I do that is it never stresses the account. And again, I have a day target, what I'm looking for, which is here. And it counts it down. And the little bits you do above it, the better. The principle on my wage account is identical. And that's what that score is. Now, I could have held that and had a bit more. But I'd rather have 90% of a winner than 100% of a loser. Now, when it comes to trading, a lot of the time people, how do I put it? We were discussing it this morning in the live call. They just go at it like a sodden machine gun. And not only do they go at it like a machine gun, you can have a good trade and all of your good work is undone by trying to push the market that little bit too hard. So I keep my targets relatively sort of conservative. They're always to in and around a level because that's roughly what's going on. And the one thing I pay more attention to than anything, I don't give a toss about the entry. RR doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just interested in the direction. Because if I get the direction right, it'll forgive the bad entry. Now, the only thing I need to concentrate thereafter is, how much is it going to cost me if I'm wrong? Well, that's why I look to see where the 2 staging points are. You know, because it's going to be a swing and a level. How much will that cost based on roughly where I'm getting in? Well, if it's too much, I've got 2 choices. I either half the position size or I don't take trade at all. And then I look to see roughly what I'll get out at the top end. And then I sort of work it out. So it's roughly 1-on-1 and then I'm happy. Now, a case in point is to why I do all of that is it controls my mindset. I don't have to worry. Now, I said it was coming into a bounce point, which is why I took the money. There it is there. It's gone up. Yeah, it's poked through, but it's now bouncing away. Why? Because I know how to draw levels. I know exactly which ones are correct and which ones are pretty piss poor. Now, once you've got a framework, so you know where it's going to stall, you know where it can potentially push to, couple that with the direction, this job is easy. It really is easy. Now, I also subscribe to something called less is more. And that means when I'm paid, I quit. Can you? And when I speak to people, they can't. They just want to go at the market all the time. And they think they use it like some form of a cash point. It's not a cash point. It's not an ATM machine. It is somewhere where you've got to treat it with absolute respect. And if you can't, well, I'm afraid there's no room for you in this industry. And just to sort of just show you, there you are. It's turned on a dime exactly where I marked it. So you tell me, coincidence or not. I do this day in, day out. I've got a good hit rate because I don't trade as much as what you think I do, but I only go to market when all of the eggs are in alignment and I'm happy. So you want to come along, drop into the Discord. We'll always be happy to speak to you one thing and another. While you're there, you'll see Where the Scruff, which is how I trade. And I'm always there to guide you in the live calls as well. Just something that I do. I don't do it for any other reason that I love connecting with the guys. I have a real good time with them, which is why I go to the pub and we have a beer. Catch us all soon.